p.m. each night. You don't have to go out. So when your missus is, oh, can you go shop for me? You're like, no, no, I ain't going to the shop for you. You can fuck off. I'm not allowed. In case I fucking, touch somebody up or something, which is fucking my new favorite news item of the day. That is, I don't know where all that come from. It's just like you got 6 p.m. curfews all of a sudden. Like yesterday it was the madness with everything that's going on with the royals, and today it's just like men are well rapey, aren't they? No, we've just gone from a woman lying to men being rapey. How does that switch on itself like that? Do you know what I mean? All these men are about to call out Meghan Markle, are all like, yeah, we don't actually believe her. We think she's a bit full of shit. And then all of a sudden, we're just absolutely the worst creatures since fucking Velociraptor has ever come out to do anything to anyone ever. It's mad. So 6 p.m. curfews I've been finding a little bit weird, a little bit funny. Like, so all of these lockdown, it's weird, isn't it? Because, excuse me, the way sort of you're getting treated about it, it's like you would think that men don't suffer with mental health issues more than women do, way more than women do. So what's the best thing to do with men with mental health issues? We'll lock them down. We'll lock them in after 6 p.m. Don't worry about all the mental health issues. Don't worry about the fact that men commit suicide sort of 4-to-1 in comparison to women. What we'll do is we'll lock them all down after 6 p.m. because that seems like the logical thing to do. Yeah, so it's shit like this that would ever put me off voting for a woman. Like, you can call me what you want, I don't care, but it would put me off voting for a woman a little bit, just because I don't know. I'm still like my mum. So, but yeah, that's cool. I was thinking as well, like, if men have to be in for 6 p.m, like, can you imagine how much good TV there's going to be made? Because, we make 90% of TV anyway, good TV. So can you imagine the amazing television that's going to be made just for men after 6 p.m? There'll be no more soaps. There'll be no more bullshit reality TV. Yeah, there's pros and cons in it to everything. Do you know what I mean? So as much as it'd be annoying, because I finished work at 5:30, so I'd have to just run home as quickly as I could, be in for 6 o'clock, and obviously be locked down. My boss might actually let me finish a 1:15 now, which might be nice. Might start earlier, but I could finish earlier, and then be home for 6 p.m. And then women can be out there doing delivery drivers. Another good thing that could come of it, I guess, is we can send all those doctors that work for Deliveroo home. They can go and be doctors now. We won't need male delivery drivers after 6 p.m, will we? No fucking point. So we can send all those doctors back to Turkey and, places that they decide to come from. So all those doctors can go on. That'd be lovely. That'd be nice for them, because they can go and actually do the job they're qualified to do, which I'm assuming most of them are doctors. That's what I get told. I get told most, immigrants are like doctors and teachers and, not Deliveroo drivers. Surely not. Surely you're not just Deliveroo drivers. Woo. I'd say Deliveroo probably the biggest employer of illegal immigrants in the fucking country. I'm just putting it out there. It's just a shot in the dark, that is. But I'd say 2/3 of the doctors that work for Deliveroo, they ain't legal. Especially now under new laws. Put money on it. So yeah, this 6 p.m. curfew, and this all come from a survey that was done out of 400 women, where 97% of those women had been sexually harassed. Now, I know where the sort of, what I don't get is, like, I know where the end point of sexual harassment is, like, I know from touching, but the vagueness of what leads up to it, to that point, is fucking mind-blowing. If I feel I've been sexually harassed, so if any one of my comments is going on right now, if someone puts a sexual comment and I feel sexually harassed or awkward about that comment, that is sexual harassment in the way I'm feeling it, in the way that I would feel it. I'm not sure if that is in terms of the law. I'm not sure if I could go and press charges or report that person to Facebook or to Plenty of Fish or wherever it might be. But I'm assuming that the dick pics you dirty bastards on Plenty of Fish send, and I'm sure the dick pics you lot on YouTube have sent, that is definitely sexual harassment. So unless they're asking for it, don't do dick pics, would be my advice. So that's where it come from, was a survey of 400 women. And supposedly that then means that all of the country, all of the UK's women, 97% of UK women have now been sexually harassed or sexually assaulted. And I don't believe that from a survey of 400 fucking women. Are you taking the piss out of me? That's not vindicative of everybody. It's just not. And this is where this is coming from. This whole men need a curfew after 6 p.m. Men are dangerous. Men. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not naive to the fact that there is men that commit most of these crimes. But like, people were throwing this at me yesterday, and this was like women are scared to walk home because they might get raped. Well, that doesn't quite fly with me. In regards to, if I walk home and get attacked, the chances are I'm going to die. Like, men kill each other. You know, if I get attacked, I'm getting stabbed. I'm getting, you know what I mean? I'm getting beaten. There's mates around the corner. You know what I mean? It's a different kettle of fish. So, okay, the worst thing could happen to you whilst living could possibly happen to you as a woman. But as a man looking at getting attacked walking home on my own, I could potentially die. You don't attack another man empty-handed, do you? You could definitely go up to another man with a weapon in your hand just in case he can fight back. So that whole walking home in the dark shit don't fly with me, because my guess is walking home in the dark on a nightly basis, more men are attacked by other men than women are attacked. I don't know the stats. I've not bothered to go and look it up, but I'm just taking a stab in the dark, and I bet I'm right. I bet you. Taking a stab in the dark probably wasn't the best pun for that. Probably wasn't the best. No pun intended. I'm not taking a stab in the dark. I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, that don't fly with me. Just because when men get attacked by other men, we generally get left for dead. All right. Now, I guess you've got another fundamental argument there, which is worse, being raped or being killed. Now, for me, it's dying. I think if you ask my mum what she would rather happen to me as well, I think she would say she was rather I was raped than killed. I just think she would. As cruel as that sounds, she wouldn't want to bury me. She wants to die before I do. So, yeah, it's a tough, it's not even a tough one. It's fucking stupid, and it needs to be shut down right now as a conversation. It's sexist. All men need to be shut down after 6 p.m. Is that not the most sexist thing you've ever heard? And what another thing this stems from is there was a killer out, wasn't there? There was a killer on the loose. And again, this happened in the 80s. But again, police said to women, look, we suggest that you don't go out after the evening time. Of course, feminists read that as in all women should stay in after 6 p.m., which that isn't it. It was a suggestion from the police that, look, there is somebody out on the loose who's killing women. We can't catch him. He's not killing men. Our advice would be for your own fucking safety to stay in. I don't quite find that illogical. Like, for example, if there was a killer out there who was, killing men, solely men, we would just say the same thing. Men in this area of the country, be extra vigilant. Don't go out alone. There's a guy out there victimizing this type of a man. Surely that would happen. Yeah, it would fucking happen. But it just doesn't never happen to be the case because, big and strong in that, aren't we? Bang! Do you know what I mean? Big and strong in that. Big and strong in that, ain't we, boy? Do you know what I mean in that though, blood? Because, you know what I mean? If a man comes up to me and says, yo, blood, I'm going to rape you, I'm going to be like, yo, blood, let me suck you off first. And he'll be just as scared as me. Oh, Hashtag try get banned day. Where should I try and get banned from? Both. Let's try and get banned from YouTube and Plenty of Fish. Nah. It's just talks, isn't it? It's just conversations, it's just pub talks, and because the pub ain't open. Oh, lovely drinks. So yeah, that's drove me a little bit mad the last 24 hours. Because I try to fight for women's rights as much as I try to fight for men's rights in regard to don't treat people like dicks. Don't treat women like dicks by trying to introduce transgender men into their sports. Don't treat them like dicks. And don't treat men like dicks by trying to presume that 97% of women, right, in the country have been sexually assaulted, my guess is, right, that 93% of men are sexual predators. It's the only way I can think about it. It would have to be, wouldn't it? Don't get me wrong. There's a couple out there who do a couple. So let's say 90% of men. But do you know how much 90% of men is? That's fucking a hell of a lot. If you know 10 men, that's 9 of them. Like 9 men just out there chasing girls down the streets and sexually harassing them, just waking up in the morning and seeing that. Like, I could put this out there right now. And I said this in a conversation yesterday to somebody I had, like, I can guarantee you right now, I've never sat with any group of friends, whatever group of friends that be, whether it's friends that I really get on with my entire life, a group of friends I've been introduced to, men I've just met in a pub, whatever. And one of them has started talking positively about going out and sexually harassing a girl tonight. No guys are like, oh, get on, mate, send us a fucking text and let us know. No real proper guys are like that. There are obviously fucking deviants out there who are like that. Of course, I'm not naive to this. But the majority, and I'm talking about the normal, your genuine, normal-ish 9-to-5 working dude, which I kind of consider myself as, you know, they're not out here talking about that. And we would ostracize anyone from our group who was to do that. So much so as well that even like when I look in prisons, and when you look in prisons and into criminals and into jails and things like that, sexual predators, pedophiles live in totally different places to murderers and bank robbers and gangsters. Do you know why? Because other men kill them. Because other men don't like those type of men. Because if they're left in with the general population, left in with the killers and the gangsters, they're getting sliced and diced. They're getting their penises chopped off. They're getting killed. Because even amongst criminals, male criminals, there are unwritten rules you just don't cross. You don't rape women, and you don't attack children. You don't. There's the 2 unwritten rules of manhood. It just is. It is. It's just the 2 unwritten rules of being a man. Nobody really talks about it because you don't need to talk about it. But you don't hit women. And another thing, right, as well, is like men are dumb. Men are dumb. That's why we fill the prisons up. That's why we get us to the moon, and it's why we fill the fucking prisons up, because we're relatively dumb. We fill up both of those ends of the spectrum so highly. You know what I mean? So if you scream for equality, right, and keep telling that everybody is the same, these dumb men who are physically stronger anyway are going to treat you equally. And men treat men like shit. Like men do. Men treat other men fucking horribly. We kill each other. We fight each other after a couple of beers. You know what I mean? Men don't treat men specially amazing. So, yeah. So you're out here screaming and preaching equality for these dumb guys who see us all as equal now. So whereas I'm sat back thinking, all right, I would ostracize my friend who raped a girl, who beat up his girlfriend, I would out him on Facebook. I would, I've done it to people I have on my Facebook. I've put them on my news channel because they're rats. Well, I've had them, have them, whatever, whichever way it is. I don't know if I'm still friends, whatever. But I've put them out there because they've done it. It's been made public, so it's public information. Do you know what I mean? But But now that we're teaching equality and we're teaching that men and women are equal in every way, you're not going to get any diversity. So women are going to get treated the way that we treat men. And men treat men not very good. We treat the ones that we love really well, and the ones that we like, fine. But we treat people we hate. Men kill each other. You know what I mean, blood? Like, men is up there. Like, it's like, mate, it's like if you walk across that fence, right, and walk onto the street that I'm walking on, you might die in that, though, blood. That's how fucking stupid it is. And the reason that they do that is just for clout. Clout, blood. So that's how stupid men are. They kill each other for fucking clout. So maybe men should be locked in after 6 p.m. I talk myself around back into agreeing with people sometimes when they say these stupid things. I'm like, actually, that'd be quite a good idea, wouldn't it? Can you imagine a gang crime going down? 6 p.m. curfews. For maybe there should be like a test. And if you're really dumb, then you got to be in after 6 p.m. I think that should probably be the way. So, yeah, I found that quite weird today that was today's story. There's definitely not a culture of it. And if anybody thinks that I will fight them, not fight them physically, but I will argue and debate them and I'll fight them. I will fight them to say that there isn't, because there isn't, man. Like, we don't accept it as men. It's not something we accept. It just isn't. But then, of course, there's a fine line because, as I said to you, as I refer back to earlier, where people's individual feelings is a feelings thing, what I might class is just, like, for example, if we're out on the beer and my mate pats a girl on the ass, she might see that as sexual assault, which it is, technically. It is by law. By definition, it is. But no one's ostracizing your mate for patting a girl on the ass. So this is what I'm on about where the confusion lies of the wording of what is. Like, harassment for me is something that's prolonged for a start. It's not something that's instant. Harassment is a prolonged thing that goes on for a numerous, copious amount of days. That's harassment, not something that goes on for like 5 minutes. Really? Does anybody feel harassed after 5 minutes of doing anything? Because if you do, that's fucking stupid, isn't it? I don't know. I guess it is. It feels stupid. So, yeah, it's such a tough political subject because obviously I'm a man and I feel the way. I just feel like it's just one of those things again when you're out here, just it's sexist for a start. Like, I don't give a fuck. Men have to be locked up after 6 p.m. It's sexist. That is sexist. And it was only some stupid hippie that said it as well. It was only like a hippie woman from the Green Party. She'd come out and just said it. Obviously, Green Party are full of fucking stupid hippies, aren't they? Don't get me wrong, it might be different in her generation. She was an older woman as well. And there might be a fundamental cultural difference in her generation and my granddad's generation. It might well be. You know, there might well be. There might well be that fundamental cultural difference, but, you know, they don't go out after 6 p.m. anyway. Too old. My granddad's not walking the streets after 6 p.m. Is he? He might be on, like, Badoo harassing young girls. I don't know. I haven't asked him. Dirty old bastard. A fucking dirty old bastard. But, yeah. So, that was really kind of what I brought to the table today. I read about it yesterday. I read about the survey and I was kind of all a little bit, you know, blur. And then I woke up today and it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere that men should be like locked in after 6 p.m. And I'm thinking to myself, the world would just fucking stop, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Women don't want to work night shift. That's why they don't. That's why there's men do. That's why men get paid more, because we want to work more. Ooh, don't be so sexist. That is such a sexist thing to say that you've actually offended me. That is such an offensive thing to say that you have actually. You sure haven't literally offended you? Literally. So yeah, anyone who watches this who is a bit rapey and a bit gropey though, don't be a cunt. Don't do it. Go speak to somebody. Like, there are services out there. If you feel the need that you have to go around harassing and assaulting women, you know, call social services, speak to somebody about it in reality, because we don't appreciate it. Us men don't think you're good. Like, you don't do any of us a favor. Like, it's hard enough to approach a woman in 2020 as it is. Now that you're out here doing this, it makes it neon and fucking possible. Do you know what I mean? Like, the way my granddad met my nan was kind of harassment. Now, you know, if you would, in modern day terms, it would be harassment. Like, for example, like, my nan used to go to a bus stop. I'll tell you the story. My nan used to get a bus to work every day, or wherever she was going, college, or whatever she was doing at the time. And my granddad seen her at the bus stop, and he didn't need to go on that bus, but for 14 days, 2 weeks, he went there every day just so he could get a glimpse at my nan. And then, like, on the 5th day, he took a bunch of flowers and he gave her a bunch of flowers. And then, like, on the 13th day, he asked her out. And then they were married for 50, 60 odd years, but until she passed on, lover. So if you did that in this modern day and age, right, come day 4, your ass would be taking a photo of, putting on fucking Facebook, and then be laughed at. It would be laughed at. So you couldn't do that for a start. And now, also, you know, you've basically harassed her for 5 days, 4 days, 6 days, 14 days, however many days you wanna add to that story. Do you know what I mean? So what do? The only other way to really meet girls, there's plenty of fish, which is shit. Because let's face it, no cunt looks like their picture. Nobody. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you look at me and think, oh, you're a hypocrite. I do look like the picture I've got on there. I don't care. But nobody else does. No fucker looks like their picture. That's the rules of Plenty of Fish. So, Plenty of Fish, or go get pissed and then meet somebody under shady conditions where you don't really know yourself anyway. Fucking liberals are crazy, aren't they? It's fucking crazy. Because obviously she's a hippie, so she's a liberal. She's quite an open person. She's going to be very open-minded. At least that's what you would think. It's very close-minded, isn't it, to lock all men up after 6 p.m. That's like like these people who call themselves liberal are the anti of being liberal, of being open, of being accepting to everybody. They're the fucking anti that, aren't they? They're the weirdest bunch of hypocrites I've ever fucking met in my life, these lefties. This new generation of weird lefties. They're fucking so weird. And she's obviously one of those, you know what I mean? Let's cure the world with hugging trees and locking down men. There's some people you just think, oh, I wish Bundy did get hold of you, you fucker. I wish Bundy. I wish you bumped into Ted Bundy on the wrong day. I mean, you're allowed to think that, right? I didn't do it. Ted Bundy did it. It's not me. I didn't do anything. Just had that thought. Let's start the hashtag what would Bundy do? See if we are start in this chat box. I've never done a hashtag on my laptop. There it is. Hashtag what would Bundy do? Beautiful. Smash that hashtag out. What would Bundy do? On a day like this, he'd cry because obviously he did all of his business after nightfall. So 6 p.m. you wouldn't be happy. You would not be happy. It's an early lockup as well. And anyway, it's like, why do like these blokes, right, are out here committing these heinous crimes, assaulting, raping women? what makes you think they're going to adhere to a rule where they have to be in after 6 p.m. anyway? I mean, they don't adhere to the I'm not going to physically harm you rule. Do you honestly think that they're going to sit there after 6 p.m. and go, oh, I can't do it now? They've said I'm not allowed out after 6 p.m. I can't do it. I'm going to have to just sit in my house. No, don't lock us all down because of these fucking dicks. Harsher sentences, maybe? You know what I mean? If you can honestly prove it, DNA, camera evidence, I'm up for chopping their dicks off. I'm well up for that. Definitely am. Or at least their hands, so they can't touch and feel and grope. I'm well up for that. And no. You don't get social benefits neither. You don't get disability benefit. You get job seekers fucking allowance. You chose to do it. The punishment is what should be the outstanding effect. Now, all right, punishment throughout history doesn't necessarily have a great determined effect on the crime rate itself. I'm not a fucking idiot to that, but it'd make us all feel better, wouldn't it? Because we could see the punishment. That's why physical punishment is quite good, because we can see it and we can feel it ourselves. You know, you see a dude walking around with no hands, chopped off, you know what he's done. Raped a guy, or he's fucking touched a kid. And you think, all right, cool. Not cool, wrong. No, you think, all right, cool. I'm staying away from him. Like, I'm staying away from him, keeping my kids away. I'm staying away. And then if he comes charging at you, like with two other mates, I'm gonna get you. You know, just dodge to the left. But then he might whack you with one of his super slumps. And then in 50 years' time, there might be like the X-Men, and it might have like grown so it can sort of. Fuck knows. Actually, don't chop off people's hands. I always talk myself out of stuff. See what I mean? Always fucking happen. But no, straight up, chop off people's hands or chop their dicks off. I'm up for either punishment. I'm up for that as a punishment. Make the punishment super duper harsh. But don't lock all men up after 6 p.m. For God's sake. What clown, innit? What a this woman has probably got this woman surely, I don't even know actually. My guess is she hasn't got male in her life. Like she's probably a lesbian. She hasn't got any kids. You know what I mean? She's not like a dad issues. And yeah, that's my only guess to it really. Because why would you want to lock up? Like, can you imagine it? Can you imagine if Trump had come out and said, I want to lock all women up after 6 p.m.? Can you imagine the outcry? Can you imagine it? Can you fucking imagine it? It would be bananas. If Trump had come out and said, I want to lock all women up after 6 p.m. But yet these stupid fucking twats out here can say it freely, and it makes news as a good idea. People are speaking about this, like legitimately speaking about this. And it's like, oh. I can't wait to die. I'm really looking forward to dying, blood. Bro. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. No, let me not down until nightfall. And you're not here to give me good. There you go. Brought out the old Yorkshire Ripper argument. Right. Because women were locked down Of course I can do it that way. So I want to leave that there. What I do regret was not bringing home a camera. I'll tell you that for nothing. I do regret not bringing home a camera. I truly wish I'd brought a camera home from work to borrow, because we have the opportunity. And I brought home an iPad because I thought it'd help my boy with his work, but he didn't use it in the end. And it's to do with so I put a post up and it's basically Green Party all men after that Sarah Everard murder. And I'll put liberals want to control everything: speech, genders, race, men. The left is covertly dangerous. Modern liberals are very good at aren't very good at really being liberal and fair, are they? I get why Cartman I do understand why Cartman hated hippie. And someone's put to that, someone's replied, or maybe it's because women were given a curfew when the Yorkshire Ripper was about. Fair. To which I've replied, fair, I'd say it saved a life or two, and giving men a curfew wouldn't. So this is sexist, right? She does know this is sexist, right? You do know this is giving men a curfew. Also, fair, I can't argue that point. Fair. It's still. I don't get the beef, then. I don't get the beef. I don't get the beef. There was a serial killer. A killer killing women. I don't get the beef. There was a killer killing women. Women were asked to stay in. I get what she's trying to get at. She's trying to flip it in reverse to, if you had locked men down, women wouldn't be killed. So, fair. There is an answer to this. I just need to work out in my brain. Right, let me go back to my original status. Fair. And see, clever, covert. Liberal way to get control. I like it. I like it. It's clever because like BLM, it's done with a good cause in mind. Men lock women down, it's sexist. Men lock women down, it's sexist. Men lock women down, it's sexist. But women lock men down, it's safety. Fair, innit? I think that works fair. Safety. No. Both are fundamentally sexist. Right. Yorkshire Ripper, YORK. Yorkshire Ripper. What year was it? Year. 1981. What government was in charge? UK government in 1980. I'm just going to end it with fair because I can't be bothered with it. I don't want to sit and do these debates. If people want to debate me on this shit, they can come over on live. Still sexist. That's how I'm ending it. Still sexist. I'm just ending it like that. That's the best way to do it. Because if they want to chat about it, you do it on my live. I'm not debating you motherfuckers. I'm not debating you motherfuckers on there. If you want to come debate me, you can debate me over here. Fuck you motherfuckers. Fuck you. Don't know I'm saying this. Never watched this video, so fuck you. Hope you get covered in piss. Yo, blood, did my freestyle. I'm almost a grime artist. You know what I'm saying in that though. It's weird, isn't it? Because it's still sexist, so they're out there defending the fact we can't lock women down. It's sexist, but we'll lock men down after 6 p.m. That's not sexist. That's not sexist. That's not sexist. I love it. 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 So what else has been shared? I love those quotes as well. Don't everybody love those fake ass quotes? We've got like a picture of like somebody who's never said this quote in their life next to a quote that they would never say. It's like, yeah, man, be nice and kind to everybody. Tupac Shakur. It's like Tupac didn't fucking say that. Tupac said, "That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker." That's what Tupac said. Oh, these fatties out here getting their things done, getting their injections done. Like these two people are both younger than me, but they're fucking huge, and they both got their injections done. Wobble, 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 wobble. Exactly. All right, so she agreed with me. So I don't get why people do that. People go the long way around and then end up agreeing with me anyway. It's like school dinner curries. I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. So I'm just trying to see what's popped up in the world. Oh wow, Gigi Donnarumma could come to the Premier League. That'd be interesting. I'll tell you what I haven't seen, which has made me quite happy the last few days, and that is no photos of food and just seen loads of photos of pets, like 5 in a row. So that ruined that, didn't it? That ruined that concept. I'm just trying to see if there's anything interesting breaking in the world of news. I can't see anything. Not anything that is making me go, ooh, that looks interesting. In fact, I'm getting bored and I actually want to do something as opposed to just talking. I fancy doing something. Yeah, in fact, I think that's me. Just a short one today. I genuinely can't be bothered. I think I've just gone and hit a wall. I'm more interested in what other people are creating than creating shit myself. But oh well, what is it? It's 1:30 here, still plenty of time. Let the day pass on. Go have some food, see how the night goes. I might stream this evening. We'll see how the evening goes. If not, I might play some Total War and Football Manager and just enjoy my day. Why not? It's like it was supposed to be storms as well. Like it was supposed to be storms from now till Monday. It's not bad outside. It's like genuinely not too bad. It's just fucking annoying. I've seen somebody today like bigging up Apple weather. Apple weather's the worst. Andy Ruiz as well. Too little, too late, innit, mate? In it, he lost his heavyweight title. He's not even in talks about. I've not had anybody mention Andy Ruiz getting another shot about a heavyweight title, and all of a sudden he's decided to lose his weight. It's like what a fucking waste of time that is. I guarantee by the time he gets to a title shot, he'll be a fat little cunt again. Anyway, on that note, that is me. Much love, everybody. Peace.